Hey everybody, Gunner Burner, we're here with another one of the worst movies on YouTube, called a Koontz edition.
The cult of Koontz.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start this review off by saying, yeah, we're gonna take a little Ron Koontz break. I don't know how long or whatever else, but we need a break. I mean, I kind of slightly enjoyed this one, but we just need a Ron Koontz break.
Yeah.
It's been over 2 fucking years of monthly Ron Koontz punching me in the face.
Right.
My face can't take it anymore.
Lack of motivation, too.
So yeah, let's just start off by saying we did The Railroad Killer, another movie that's slapped together from other fucking movies.
Her much, and then it's the big explanation at the end, the real quick wrap-up.
Well, we'll get to that at the end, because it starts off with a shot of a train.
Can't we just skip to the end?
No! And then it cuts to Ron fighting himself.
Which he often does.
And I think he's supposed to be in the train, because it cuts back to the train.
I kept telling you.
With Wheezy fucking watching it going
in
by.
In the train, but then he's in a building too.
Well,
in the train.
And then it cuts to Vernon and Kmart Dick Cheney talking.
Well, we can't shut down the force just on kind of this one case. Okay?
Oh, which they do throughout the whole film.
But then it ends with a fucking outtake or whatever here.
I flushed it down the road.
Did you see this?
I ain't seen it yet. What is it? A bunch of junk. There's a bunch of lies.
Because Vernon starts laughing.
And the scene just keeps going.
Yeah, but obviously whoever edited this was not focusing on that. They were just like, you know...
Because it happens multiple
slap
times.
Slap a movie together, slap it together. So Ron can keep building up his repertoire of films that are the same film, filmed over and over.
And then we cut back to Wheezy watching the train go by still. And then we cut back to Ron, which he's in a martial arts film, which we have seen him in this martial arts film many, many times before.
Well, that's nice. But still, could you tell me why you tried to kill me?
Okay, come on.
And then we cut back to Vernon and Kmart Dick Cheney talking about a hobo killer, the railroad killer, blah blah fucking blah here.
My God.
Now he thinks it's a hobo killer, a hobo that rides the rails and comes back and kills again.
It's like that case in Texas. Until you and Sergeant Scott find me a dead body, we got to put first things first.
And then we cut to Ron fighting another kung fu movie, which we have seen a million times before.
And of course, like usual, it's out of context. There's no context to anything. There's no explanation. It just shit happens, and then you see Wheezy and Vernon and Pork Chop. They're all sitting in there, and they're all just like, beep, 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 beep.
Well, but speaking of blah, 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 but it's not actually in that room, we cut to Wheezy blah, blah, blah with Junkyard for a little bit.
And is there any possibility that you might have any information on this case that we're working on, these 3 missing people?
No, sir, not right at the present time. But if I find out any information or anything, I'll try to get in contact with you.
thank you very much, because we're really in a quandary over this case that we're working on.
I understand.
Thank
I know
you.
what you mean.
And we're like, what?
That's the only time you see Junkyard in this
Yes,
movie.
of course. But you're like, the whole time, you're like, so what does this have to do with what?
Well, we cut to Vernon talking about deadbeat dads.
Well, I think it's a pretty clear case of just deadbeat dads running from the law, just too sorry to help their families and just want to stay gone, hook up with some girl, and when things go and the money go, here they come back home, they'll show back up, you know. I've seen
agree.
it over and
That's
over.
it.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Many cases,
Yes,
same
it is.
scenario happens.
Until we find some corpses or something, I say it's just a case of being gone and wanting to be
You
gone.
know it.
Yeah,
That's it.
very true.
And you're like, okay, is the killer a deadbeat dad?
The deadbeat dads are brought up numerous times in this
If
movie for
these
some
guys
fucking
had
reason.
something seriously, this was a personal thing for them. The deadbeat dad thing.
And then
striking home or something. I don't know, but anyway, so
we cut to Ron confronting a wig with a... So, and then we cut...
wig with a balloon.
We cut to fucking Ron confronting a balloon with a wig on it.
Look, I got questions to ask. Maybe you can help me.
I liked it the first time. The wig with a balloon. But he also kisses a wig with a balloon.
That's later on because we've also seen that scene in another one of his fucking movies.
Yes. Well, what wasn't it like? Yeah, we've seen that, but wasn't it like when that he had this encounter with? I don't know.
And now we cut to the old favorites in that living room with the birthday bag behind it, delivering different lines though, because I don't remember these lines. So here.
Well, I think he's doing a good thing.
Well, he might be doing a good thing, but who's he going to kill next? Your son? My son? I mean, who?
I think we ought to get this trouble out of the way. Hey, listen. We can all kill this man. Get by with it. If we all stick together.
They're having a birthday celebration.
But then
amongst talking about killing somebody.
Yeah.
Now
And
let's
they-
go have some birthday cake.
And then it gets real dark.
Let's kill this man and put his body in the bottom of the river.
He claims to be a poet. He spends a lot of time talking to himself in the woods.
Let's make him a dead poet.
I second that motion.
I agree. I got my family to think about.
Chimp ripped off and he's like, oh, let's kill him and throw him in the river.
Yeah, he got real dark, but I was like, whoa, calm down, Chimp.
So we cut to the old favorites out looking for Ron now in the woods. Ron runs up to one of them and fucking takes him out by kicking the air.
He kicks the air 30 yards back, but then he hits him anyway. And he does this a couple of times.
Well, then he takes out another one of himself. And then another one of himself.
The one of himself was like when he was like he had like the makeup and like the little cherry the cherry roses here. Like, what are you a fucking rodeo clown?
And then another one of himself.
Yeah. So he's killed. Like, dude, if this was the one, Ron
We've
would be
already
so strong.
Yeah, we've
right now.
already discussed Ron being Jet Li's the one.
But he should be at this point. You know, he's killed how many versions of himself?
So we cut to Dick and Wheezy and Vernon talking about 8 cases. In this case, who fucking knows
I
here?
bet you meant we cut the dick. I'm like, I hope not.
We got 3 people missing, Chuck. There's no evidence of foul play at all.
Well, that's true, Chuck. But these 3 men have a history of leaving. Well, take John Owens, for instance. He left for 3 years. Before he come home, he was off with a woman and she left him, so he come on home.
Oh, with my gut feeling, I feel that this is the way it is.
Yes, I heard you got what you needed out of that suspect in Garden City before they let you go. I heard you beat him half to death.
I tried my best. Tried to take care of him. And get the information.
But I love it. The way they solve cases, they just sit there and talk about said cases. They don't fucking move a muscle. You know,
I got the information.
But
you didn't leave the room.
Exactly.
I got all the information that I need.
All the information. And then you got Vernon, you got all the information what you need? And he's like, we got all the information. You know, and then of course, then fucking Fish Lips, Dick Cheney goes, and says something you don't even fucking quite understand, and then he goes back, well, I feel that's correct.
Okay, so we cut to Ron going into this bar where this lady from another movie is playing
You mean his
chess.
single wide closet that he has in his bedroom, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they talk about playing chess and stuff.
I'm not much for chess. Look, you want a drink?
Yes. It's a very interesting game.
Bartender, get the lady a drink of her choice.
I imagine
We've
this is
seen
what-
all this before.
I imagine
but
this is what Ron does a lot by himself. Is pretends that there's people there that like him and stuff.
And then, they talk some more.
You know how it is going with an investigator. Sometimes we just got all kinds of time together. Then when I get a case, well, we have to get together what time we can.
Aren't you going to kiss me goodbye?
I have another for the road.
And then he kisses a wig.
He pretends to have drinks with women that don't exist, you know. He's like, I feel you think I'm hot and sexy, and you want to get down on it.
Get down on it. Well, I said, get down on it.
Yeah, well, get down on it.
So, we cut the dick fucking scolding Vernon about, we can't close down the force for this one case. We can't close that one here.
Look, it's our job to protect the citizens against rape, robbery, murder. We can't shut down the whole force just on kind of this case. Well, we can't shut down the force just on kind of this one case. Okay?
Multiple times.
But I just want to, oh God, I just want to see Ron one time like, who wants a mustache ride?
So anyway, this whole time I'm thinking Ron is the railroad killer, because he's running around killing people.
He was the one on the railroad.
But then they talk about calling in Detective Dave Sloan, which is Ron.
There's no evidence of foul play at all.
I believe they have. That's why that we have called in Detective David Sloan.
Yeah, they say Sloan works off instinct. That's a good choice.
And you're like, wait a minute, how many characters does Ron play in a Ron Koontz film? Half of them. All of them. Damn near. Because the other ones are just thrown in there. They weren't really in this movie.
So blah blah fucking blah. We cut to Wheezy and Ron talking in the woods, and Ron standing all awkwardly like Gormley with his one leg all bent, like,
Dude, he does
like 2 yards back behind.
He does everything he can to pooch out his fucking bottom stomach. You know, his little pouch. He likes to pooch. He takes his fucking blue jeans, he pulls them all the way up past his gut. So he's got this little pouch sticking down there. It's like, what?
And then we cut to Ron and Wheezy outside of a merry-go-round.
Well, Chuck, have you found out anything?
It looks to me like this is one of the places where they found one of those deadbeat dads.
Well, I guess we need to start looking it up.
Good idea. Take it from right here.
Okay.
Somebody should tell him, like, Ron, we can still see your tummy.
And then we cut to Ron and Wheezy talking about whatever, but they're interrupted by loud-ass kids and they have to end the scene.
The last time they saw him was there. Right here.
I love they're in a carnival and they're just walking around, you know. And then at one point, it almost sounds like you hear carnival people like, "Hey, you can't film here. What the fuck are you doing?" Like, this is the famous director, actor, producer, makeup, hair, everything, Ron Koontz.
So we cut to Ron talking to an old Donnie Chester movie. It is what it fucking is here.
It is what it is.
By all means, it needs to be investigated. But I think you're on the wrong track.
The original railroad killer killed 9 people in the 90s. Now, he was talked into turning himself in. When he went to trial, he was found guilty. And he was put to death with legal injection in 2006.
Well, you can slice it any way you want to, Sloan. I think you're talking out your ears.
And it makes no sense.
Yes.
Because it has nothing to do with said film of Railroad Killer.
And then Ron tries to explain stuff to this old movie of Donnie Chester.
Oh, this is where Ron was like, this is where the old 80-year-old Ron started to take effect. And he's like, well, this is the wrap-up. This is where Ron, I told you, this is where
Well,
Ron
no, it wasn't really
explains it.
the wrap-up, but he was explaining a lot because it cuts from him and talking to Donnie Chester to him in the same room, but Dick, Wheezy, and fucking Vernon being in a completely other room, but they're still all in the same room, talking about shit.
The original railroad killer came in by train. He would have had to know the schedule of the train because he killed when the train was running. It drowned out the screams.
But, okay, but like, you know, but like, yes, but it almost looks like Ron's all in dark, like his neck's darked out, everything's dark, he looks like he should be in a Queen video. But yeah, but this is the point where the
whole movie is the point where he goes,
I have to explain everything now because I stretched out so much footage of Wheezy and Cheney and Vernon.
We're not even to the wrap-up yet because blah, blah, fucking blah. We cut to fucking Wheezy and Ron talking outside again, but it ends with an outtake with Wheezy apologizing for something we can't understand here.
Well, let's go on up and look at some other sites. It might be something you might
I think
do.
we've got some extra goodies in the back of us. I'm sorry. I didn't
I just picked up that.
Sorry, I screwed up my line.
And then Ron's like, oh,
because that's all, dude. I cannot understand these dudes even when they were talking regular.
Talking about not being able to understand, we now cut to Ron going into jail. Into another movie jail, but into jail, so... What?
It's like, are you the killer? Or are you, are you going as Detective Sloan?
Because this guy that Ron put in janky-ass slow motion is the fucking railroad killer, I guess?
The way, his eyes all white, so he looks like Shang Tsung.
It's all like slow motion, like...
I'm like, what? I'll say this video that is going in slow motion is the bad guy?
Yes, because Ron has a kung fu fight with him. And then it cuts to fucking Ron and goddamn Wheezy talking about how they got the killer.
Chuck, we got that railroad killer, but if you hadn't got any more of that nightstick, he'd got me for sure. And the sheriff's department would already apprehended. We know that he killed all 3 deadbeat dads.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. Wrap it up. That's all it was. Wrap it up. Because even the credits started rolling.
Yeah!
And you're like, wrap it up.
But they're still talking and walking away. It's like, blah, 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 blah. Whoa, whoa. I feel.
Isn't it interesting?
The credits are over now.
Never showed one picture of said Asian bad guy the whole way through the film. Until the very end, where we did absolutely zero investigations besides sending out David's love. And fucking, you had Wheezy just standing by a pond, talking to each other, like, hey, well, and you're like, what the fuck? Are you supposed to be investigating again?
It doesn't.
Ponds?
It doesn't matter,
Are you supposed
dude.
to be investigating ponds and ducks and shit? Because that's
very good.
all that seems to be in the seeds.
So yeah, we're definitely taking a break from
Railroad
Koontz.
killer.
I'm not saying how fucking long of a break, but we are definitely taking a break from Koontz for a little bit.
Seriously.
Until we get to...
We'll be back next month. We're like, so, fuck it, we just went back.
Because we did this once before and said we were taking a break
I
from
think it's
Koontz,
so
and then we ended up
horrible.
coming back and doing a Koontz movie again.
And I love hating on it.
I know, it's... but it's not fun anymore.
I mean, dude, because look, seen all the footage.
Over 2 years.
Seen all the footage.
Yeah.
Seen it all. We've seen everything they have to offer. It's just,
We don't know
it's
that,
those
but-
movies that we've already seen cut into certain movies, and we're like, oh, we've seen it. Wrap it up, done movie. I'm like, it's like, wow, okay. I'm glad I wasted a half an hour of that, of my life to watch.
So, yeah, anyway.
Sit in his single wide trailer and fake talk to women that aren't there, which is probably what he's doing now because of dementia.
Ooh, yow. So anyway, the call to Koontz is not dead. It's not
he
ending.
Seems to think
it's
in his
just
dementia
taking a
mind
hiatus.
that he is a goddamn movie star. That he's the biggest thing that's ever hit in North Carolina since fucking incest. You know what I mean? That's what he thinks.
On that note, for Gutter Bird has been another one of the...
That'd be like, hey, I think I'm bigger than Logan Paul, even though we have no subscribers.
On YouTube!
I feel like we have the best channel ever, which would be stupid, you know, because obviously it's not.
Obviously.
We begged for Patreons and everybody goes like this.
Hey, we got that one. We got another one, so we're back up to 3 patrons again.
Oh, I didn't even get a notification.
Well, at least my thing said 3, unless my thing's lying to me, but I
I
don't
think
know.
your thing's lying to you.
It said 2, and then it went up to 3 again.
Probably went back down to 2. They were like, nah, I don't want to support these folks.
Yeah, fuck them. But on that note, we'll see you next week.
Or we get the occasional people go, hey man, do this and I'll pay you some loot.
And then, yeah, no.
Nah, it didn't happen.
This is a poor county and a small sheriff's department. Good men are hard to find.
Well, Chuck, what do you think about the situation?
Well, to me, the first situation is the murder weapon and the evidence that we have to substantiate the murder weapon and the seat of the crime. In this county, the expenses and all, and we're a poor county, I don't think this would be feasible at this time. I think this David Sloan situation is rather much more important.
Well, you may be right. We're just going to have to go with the resources that we already have.
You don't need to go take it that far.
So we cut to
Rewound it.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think that we have to trick our suspect into knowing a lot more than what he thinks we do know.
And if they're guilty, maybe they'll hang themselves.
Very true. Let the crime fit the punishment. Give them life, give them death.